Hi everyone, welcome to this session on accelerating migrations with the ISV Workload Migration Program. My name is Hitesh Kumeria and I'm the worldwide lead on this program. Today, I'm going to talk to you about some of the market trends, talk to you about the program itself, and leave you with a summary and some next steps. Diving straight into the market trends themselves, right? We see independent research tells us that about 70% of ISVs globally expect their revenue growth to come from SaaS and cloud business models. This is something that the data shows us across the world. Different size of ISVs are seeing this trend and reporting that. We also see that cloud service provider migration programs continue to be very, very important for our SaaS ISVs and ISVs running their applications in the cloud. This is again a global phenomenon, and support on this is well appreciated by our partners. The trends give us a certain set of challenges that are being faced in the market today. The ISVs continue to migrate their customers to cloud-based versions of their software. Often, they do not have the skills, staff bandwidth, or a prescriptive methodology and tools to quickly and securely migrate their customers. Time to market is key for them as well as for their customers. In order to increase agility, innovation, and cost-effectively migrate these ISV workloads, customers need help from AWS, ISVs, and SI partners to make the solution really work for them. The solution to this is the AWS ISV Workload Migration Program. The program works with our ISV and SI partners to create a repeatable migration capability and joint go-to-market to drive customer migrations to your cloud offers at scale. The program itself is part of the AWS Partner Network programs, and overall, the AWS Partner Network helps you with a faster time to market, helps you get closer to customer, enter new markets, maximize partnership, increase profitability, lower your business risk, and increase your employee education. In your journey with us as an AWS technology partner, as you move from onboarding your platform and building that onto AWS, and then you launch that to your customers and grow that with your customers coming on board, the ISV Workload Migration Program really helps you at that stage as you're helping to migrate your customers and moving them onto your platform and trying to do that at scale. The program itself is built to help accelerate your customer migrations to cloud by creating repeatable migration processes and de-risk the entire migration decision and mitigate costs for the customer. The program itself has three main pillars around technical enablement, investment, and access to the APN partner community, all of that really focused on delivering customer success. I'll talk about each of these themes as we go in the next few minutes. The technical enablement can be spread across two themes. At the very first stage, we do the workload qualification, where we understand the sizing model and define the migration paths. And I'll touch a little bit more on this in a future slide. We also then jointly develop a migration playbook, which is a validated and a prescriptive methodology which helps migrate that workload securely and lower the risk for the end customer and migrate that application onto your cloud offer. As part of creating that migration playbook, we review the workload architecture, validate the migration patterns, and build in automation and tooling to help do this at scale. The output of that is developing really that joint playbook. And that's where we work very collaborative with your team to help create these assets. To give you a sense of how we really identify some of these migration patterns and create repeatability. So we look at some of the themes around the customer sizing itself. How do your customers consume your product? Is it by size? Are their industries regulated? We look at the solution platform itself. Is your solution hardware native? Is it built on Hyper-V, VMware, or any other such environments? And we also look at have an index to measure the cloud maturity of your application, whether that's foundational, intermediate, or advanced. And looking at each of these themes in isolation and all of them as a whole, we're able to help identify patterns and create the right migration methodology in the process for your customer migration. This also then helps us build the right kind of automation using either templates, quick starts, and other migration tooling to really help drive this in a successful and a secure manner. The joint investment is a very key part of this program. So once we've got the technical pillars built on creating the migration playbook, we then move on to the next step of looking at the joint investment and how this really helps unlock the market potential for you. The joint funding and the AWS funding is really a very key pillar of this program. The investment is there to help customers mitigate financial risk and help them accelerate decisions to migrate. The go-to-market support from AWS comes in various forms. We help do field interlocks. We help align the program with your sales plays and your go-to-market motion. We also work with you on content creation and creating campaigns, driving thought leadership at your events, speaking at conferences, doing joint webinars with you, and doing a lot of demand generation for your campaigns as well. We do joint case study development and promote that with our sales team, our customers, as well as at, again, the same joint events. We also train your sales team and your SI and your partner and your channels on not just on how to position these offers, but also how to successfully execute these migrations using the tools, automation, and the migration playbook that we jointly create. So holistically, this program then comes together, taking the elements of the technology, creating the migration paths, the migration playbooks, adding the investment and the go-to-market to make it a complete program that you can then take to market and help your customers migrate onto AWS. The entry of the program is on a certain basic criteria. As you would imagine, we need you to already have built your offer on AWS, and there is a significant install base that you intend to migrate onto that offer on AWS. As discussed just now, the ability to create a repeatable migration motion to your cloud offer is key, and we work jointly with you to help define those themes. We've seen that defining a cloud-first strategy for you as an organization really makes a lot of difference. And to do that, what we've seen work is making sure that you have executive sponsorship, you lead with a cloud proposal, you incentivize your sellers on cloud deals. We also work with SI partners who've got a clear expertise and practices around certain specific ISV workloads. All of these criteria then would need to be tied up towards joint goals, because that was how we would really track and measure our joint success. And so looking at these themes and making sure that we have the right goals and the right metrics against we want to track ourselves. The use cases that we support as part of this program include moving your customers from an on-premises deployment onto your cloud offer on AWS, moving them from running that software on another cloud provider or in a hosted environment onto your offer on AWS. And then for certain cloud native workloads, we also look at specific use cases that we can absolutely support, because there is no legacy to migrate from, but there are use cases that we can absolutely support as part of our workload migration program. The key is that if you've got an offer on AWS and you're helping onboard customers onto that offer, we're here to help you create those repeatable migration motions and help those customers reduce the risk as they migrate. So that's really the key that I want you to leave with. A successful workload migration program engagement, as we have learned, really consists of a few key themes. As mentioned before, the executive sponsorship is absolutely critical to the success of this engagement. Ensuring that you have, as an organization, a commitment to a cloud strategy strengthens that. And we will then work with you on recognizing the migration patterns, building the strong joint go-to-market on the field, and then strengthening that go-to-market with customer references and successes, and making sure that as an organization, both yours and ours, we're enabling our sales teams, professional services, and the channel to sell, as well as support and execute these migrations for our customers. Here's a quote from one of our very successful and large partner that we work with, who's Teradata. And this quote from Scott Collins really shows you how well that program is received by our partners and how well they're able to use this program to position value back to their customers. And I'll read this quote for you, which says that being part of the AWS Workload Migration Program has helped us support customers' cloud journey by making it easier to migrate workloads to Vantage on AWS. Teradata has proven processes and tools to make migrations to Vantage on AWS low risk and the fastest path to customer value. The AWS Workload Migration Program enhances that value by offsetting some of the one-time costs associated with the migration and further de-risks our customer decision to move to the cloud. And this is, in a lot of cases, a true validation of what this program has really done. We help our partners build the workload migration program into their sales play and position this as a holistic offer to their end customer, which then helps them reduce the risk by having a prescriptive methodology which is jointly created by the ISV and AWS and is a validated design, as well as the funding that really helps to offset the migration costs, and then SI partners who would actually stitch all of this together and make sure that the solution delivers the business outcomes that the customer is trying to achieve. In summary, we see that customers want to move their ISV products to the cloud. They are looking for a low risk and a prescriptive approach. The ISV Workload Migration Program offers that prescriptive approach and a cost mitigation to help de-risk the decision and the migration itself. The joint go-to-market with AWS helps drive that cloud adoption for you. Using automation via quick starts and other migration tooling from AWS helps us do these migrations at scale. And we can help you drive thought leadership, demand generation, and field alignment to make sure that our customers are secure and our joint customers are able to get the success that they need. As a next step, please do look at our website and understand a little bit more about your program. Write to us at that email or contact your AWS Alliance team to see how we can work with you. And you can also nominate your applications for the program. The link is on the website as well. Thank you very much for attending the session today. Please don't forget to complete the session survey. Thank you.